Hi, my name's Carla Bennett. I'm from the Kearney area in Nebraska, and I'm the director at Families Care. We're a nonprofit organization that provides peer support to families that have kids with mental health challenges and behavioral challenges, and we also provide peer support to youth that are experiencing their own challenges. We have an exciting project coming up, and I want to talk about it a little bit. This year is the 15th year for the Pony Express ride. And what that is, it's a group of volunteer motorcyclists that meet in Scotts Bluff at the western side of Nebraska, and they travel across the state. They're going to start next Wednesday, and they're traveling in support of children's mental health awareness. There's different events planned across the state to greet them, and they'll collect letters that families, children, and youth and professionals have written to the governor, just thanking for any help that the state of Nebraska has given and the support that's given to support mental wellness for children. That event will culminate, it will end next Saturday here at the Capitol steps at 1 o'clock. I hope a lot of you can join us. The letters from the Pony Express riders will be handed off to the governor at 1:30, and there will be some activities for kids and families to participate in next Saturday, the 21st. So I hope a lot of you can join us. It's really a great time to celebrate kids, and everybody struggles, and it's a time for families and kids to be aware that there's people out there that care about them and that want to support them. And I've invited Kylia to join me today. Kylia got to participate at the event last year in Lincoln with her mom, and I asked her to help us out a little bit this year, and we're going to talk about that today. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Kylia.
Okay, well, I'm Kylia. I have been with Family Care for a year maybe. And like she said, last year I went to the Lincoln Capitol rally, and it was really fun. It was a good experience, and it kind of helped me open up more and not be as iffy with my mental health, and it was just helped my self-confidence a lot. So yeah.
All right. So I asked Kylia to help us out because Kylia and I have done some peer support together for the past year, and I've gotten to know her quite a bit, and I recognize and have learned that one of her strengths is art. She's very artistic. So I approached her and asked her if she could help us design a t-shirt for our mental health event this year. So why did you choose to take me up on that, Kylia, and get involved in our event this year?
Well, I thought it would be a really fun opportunity, and like you said, I love art a lot, and so I thought it'd be really cool just to share my experience through art and help others to know that this isn't permanent and that mental health can be a positive thing if we look at it in a positive way. So I just thought that I could make a difference, which is something that I have wanted to do. So yeah.
Awesome. I was hoping our shirt would be printed today and we could show it to you all, but it's coming back next week, so we'll share it in the chat later. Kylia, tell us about your design and what inspired it.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna have to explain it since we don't have a picture, but it's a hand reaching up and a hand like this. And this hand is made out of words. It's like the negative words or the negative connotations that come with mental health. And around the arm, around the wrist is a chain kind of bracelet thing that's basically representing like being tied down. And then this hand above is reaching out, and it's all of the positive words of life and all the things that can be like looked at in a positive way with mental health. And on the wrist there, it's a flower, and that represents growth. And it says around it, reaching out for help is brave, because it is brave. And it's basically symbolizing that when you are in a tough place and when you do feel like you're trapped down or you can't talk to anyone, there's always someone that can help you, and there's always like a positive light that can help you through a difficult time in your life. So
It's a beautiful design, so we'll make sure you all get access to it, and there will be a place to order those shirts too if you want to order some. Kylia, what are some of the words that you included in your art for the negative place?
For the negative place, I included sadness, depression, trapped, things like that, just broken, things that you feel when you just kind of feel like you've lost hope. So that was the negative side. And then there's other words, but there were a lot, so I can't remember all of them. And then the positive side is like happiness, courage, hope, perseverance, determination, things like that. So you can look at that shirt and you can say like to yourself, like, I have been in that negative area, but this area is still like present. So, yeah.
I loved it when I saw your initial sketch. I love the contrast.
Yes.
And the idea that even if you're here in that low spot, this is always here for you,
Yeah.
if you're brave enough to reach out and take that support and help that's offered to you. So, what supports have helped you the most in your journey to wellness and recovery?
Well, when starting off, I felt very alone in this whole situation. I struggled with my mental health, like different anxiety and depression. And so it was kind of hard for me to open up. But once I did open up, I found that there were so many people that cared, and so many people that just wanted to help. Some of the supports were Richard Young, which at the time I wasn't necessarily the happiest about going, but looking back, I know that they had a lot of different strategies and techniques that can help me cope with things. Obviously, family care has been a big help in my journey, and my mom has supported me so much. My family, even though they're all in Colorado or Illinois, they still have been able to reach out for me and help me and support me through this. So those are only a couple, but I have gotten a lot of help during this.
You mentioned one of the ones that was really instrumental to helping you and your mom was some in-home help that you got
Yes.
through intensive family preservation.
Yes, we do that, and then we also did family therapy as well, which helped a lot so we could understand each other better, because the communication wasn't the best, but now that we know how to conversate without butting heads, it's a lot better. So
That's awesome. Now, were there any specific strategies or tools that you've used that have helped you along the way?
well, one is obviously art. Art has been a big part of me and my life. It's a way for me to share things that I necessarily don't like talking about or find it awkward to share in person. So art has always been like a really big coping skill that I've used. Also music. Music is a big important part in my life. I play 2 instruments, the bass clarinet and the clarinet, and I like to sing, and I just love listening to music. It's a very positive coping skill that I love to use. So, and then there's also, if I'm out in public or something and I can't get access to music, or if I can't get access to a pen and paper, tapping my fingers or different deep breaths, those things help a lot. So
Yeah, you found a lot of good ones in the year I've known you. I think we even talked about just starting the day with a shower and some makeup can make the world a difference.
Yes,
Just
makeup
feeling
is
good.
is a big part, not just because it makes me feel good when I do it, and it's a way for me to kind of be more creative and express myself and my mood during the day and things like that. So
Yeah, I've always enjoyed, your makeup is artistic too, so I've always enjoyed that. And you just turned 18 and
Yes.
graduated from high school last weekend.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
thank you.
As you go on into college this fall, what are your plans, and what will you take with you that will enable you to stay well and live a life of hope and wellness?
Well, in college, I'm planning to go to CCC of Columbus, and I didn't necessarily know exactly what I wanted to go in because I have so many different ideas. So I'm basically using this as an opportunity to figure out myself, kind of take different classes and see what really is inspiring to me. So I've always wanted to do being a tattoo artist, so owning my own tattoo parlor would be awesome, which you have to have a business degree for that. And then also I've loved working with mental health, so therapy was also a thing that I wanted to do. So I'm just going to use that time to kind of figure out myself. I guess things that I'll take with me, just that perseverance and determination pays off, and that even when you feel at your lowest, it's not the worst thing that can happen, and just being grateful for what you have and seeing that other people might be less fortunate than yourself and seeing maybe how could you help them. And then also there's a few quotes. One is the moon taught me to go through phases. The sun taught me that no matter how many times I go down, I will rise up, which is one thing that I just carry in my heart because it's a very good quote to explain that just because you go through these hard times or just because you fall down sometimes, you can still get up. And then another one is just about honesty, because I think that honesty is one of the most important things in life, because if you're honest to yourself, if you're honest to others, then it pays off and you'll reap the benefits. And that's what's done in the darkness will soon come to light, just because it kind of helps me see, like, you have to be honest all the time, 100% of the time, whether it's to yourself or whether you have faith. It's just an important part that can also give you hope for the future. So
thanks, Kylia.
Thank you.
Working with Kylia has been a pleasure and a privilege for me, and it gives me hope. That part of peer support is that I learn and grow from the people that I'm working with. So she's been able to inspire me, and I'm excited to see where you go next. So we will both be at the Capitol Saturday, and Kylia's mom has offered to help with some things. So I hope a lot of you can join us in celebrating children and celebrating mental health awareness. So thank you.
Thanks.